We just recently talked about the fact that we got the news that Madam Web had to pivot hard from Andrew Garfield's Spider Man connections because they screwed up the setting and time. So, after they removed all the Garfield stuff, the decision was made to connect it to Tom Holland's Spider Man. But okay, let me give you a full layout of how this works and what happened because it can get a little confusing to say the least. Madam Web started as the next entry in the Sony Spider-Man Marvel universe of Spunk. Whatever Spunk means, that's what it stands for, and that's what it was supposed to be in. And it still is, but of course there's supposed to be a mystery of who is Spider-Man in this universe that they've been teasing ever since the first Venom film. Of course, there was at one point, and we're still hearing it could connect in a weird way to Tobey Maguire's, but we don't know. Andrew Garfield was the obvious choice, and they were going to connect to that film and that franchise, but it didn't work out due to the timing and the years, because that would mean that the Amazing Spider-Man, has to have some sort of time shifting by like a decade or more. So that didn't work, but during the course of removing those scenes and going in for reshoots, we're hearing from Jeff Snyder and now other insiders that the decision was made to pivot to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and that the revelation will be that the little baby that they're trying to protect, Terminator style, John Connor style, is Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Now, while that sounds a little confusing, it's a little bit more confusing because it's going to connect to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but it's not in a weird way. So what we're hearing is that it's definitely trying to sort of backpedal and play off of the MCU and insinuate, hey, this is connected to that. It's in this universe, sort of like what they were trying to do with the early advertising for Venom 1 and 2, and then what they were trying to do with Morbius. But this is going to be a little bit more crystal clear and in your face because, well, they might get Tom to be Spider-Man and can reference it the same way that Venom 2 references what's going on in the MCU, but again, they're not directly connected to it. So this is going to be one of those adjacent properties that we heard so much about from Amy Pascal, which in my opinion is fine. I don't have a problem with it, and if they can work something out, and if this film is good, which I hope it is, hey, maybe it can be the next chapter of Spider-Man expanding in the MCU, and we can get Spider-Woman, not one of these Spider-Woman, like the other Spider-Woman. Put her into S.H.I.E.L.D. or something. There's something interesting they could do here, so until we see it for ourselves, I'm open to the idea of this connecting to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, whichever version that might be.